So you've got driving test mistakes to avoid. This is a video intended for car drivers as well as truck drivers. Stay tuned to this video and I'm going to spot you out on 15 pointers. Welcome to this channel. If you haven't had the chance to subscribe, now is a good time, and give us thumbs up to give support for the videos. The first thing to avoid is hesitation. Whatever you're doing, you should just show that you're not hesitating, meaning that just make the decision and go with it, straight on. Don't go there and start reducing and doubting and looking and thinking. They'll fail you for hesitation. The second thing that I can point you out is fitting between gaps. All right? Whenever you find, especially parked cars, you have to make a quick decision whether you can fit into that gap that's left, either for you and also the car that's coming. I'm talking of one way, or what are they called? Streets that are double-sided, with the cars coming from the other way as well as on your side. Street to street parking. Have to make a quick decision. Normally, you're going to base that on where the car is parked. If the car is parked on your side, then it's you to wait and see that people are going to go through before you do. If the car is parked on their side, then you normally have a little more priority. But then again, if you're in a truck, you want to make sure that they are waiting before you come in and seem like you're forcing people. The third thing that I want for you is the wrong place to stop. When they're testing you, especially on a truck, they are going to ask you a thing like, when you can, please stop in a place that suits stopping. The biggest key thing around that is do not park opposite a bus stop. When you do, and the bus comes there, it blocks off the whole road. So if you stop across opposite a bus stop, they will fail you for that, or they will give you ticks, they undermark you for that. The other thing is clipping a curb. In my days, if you clipped a curb, any kind of curb you clipped in a truck or a car, that meant that you're done. The exam is done, you're going to fail it. The other thing is gears. Nowadays, many vehicles are automatic. That means it's not a big point, but actually as well, if you chose the wrong gear, even if they're automatic, if you selected reverse instead of forward, or if you try to get it in and you're not going in because maybe you're not stepping the brake, then you'd get undermarked for that. The next one, number 6, is the right speed. You need to use the right speed on the right road. Now, you can't use the right speed if you don't know the right speed limit. That means you're supposed to keep up with the speed limit. As they're changing, you know which one it is. That means you keep up. You know what speed is on what road. All right? By keeping up with number 7, which is road signs. You have to be reading road signs. Show that you're reading road signs and also actually do it. So if you're reading road signs, every time you turn into a new road, a new situation, the signs keep changing. So that means you know exactly what to do. So that's number 7. Number 8 is listening skills. They are going to ask you to go straight unless asked otherwise. That means if they tell you turn left and you turn right, that is also a tick for that. Meaning they are also checking how good you are at listening as you drive. Number 9 is steering. They don't want you to steer with one hand. Like you could steer on your weekend evening. No, they want you to steer in that way that they're teaching you to do it. Two hands on and that kind of thing. All right? So they're checking for that, don't forget. Number 10 is jerking to increase or decrease. Do not jerk to go or jerk to reduce. If you're slowing down, it's got to be smooth. Moving off is got to be smooth. So they're checking out if you're jerking or not. Okay, number 11 is the brake test. In trucks, this one is particularly for trucks, but can also work for cars. If you're a car driver who's taught by a truck driver, you normally would pass spot straight off, because our course is harder and lengthier and more advanced. That means if you're a car driver, welcome to this video. It's going to help you. Do not click off because this guy is talking about lorries. It helps you, and in fact it puts you on flying colors for your exam. So in the lorries, there's what they call the brake test. They'll tell you to drive, and when I hit the dashboard, brake as much as you can. When you do brake, they don't want you to stall the vehicle. That means even if you're stopping in an emergency, you still put the clutch down, that is if it's a manual. But nowadays that the vehicles are automatic, they still want you to stop in a controlled way and at a short distance. Okay, the next one is handbrake use. When you stop in places, you're on a traffic light. Most of these testing things are within, by the way, in the UK, they don't test you on a motorway at all. Yeah, the so-called highways. They don't test you in the UK on those. Unless it has been updated. They'll test you in the towns, in the areas where they know it's harder. On the motorway, they expect you to read and pass. That means you need to know how to use your handbrake. Meaning, if there is nothing much going on and you need to wait for, is it a couple of seconds? Let us say 5 seconds. Put the handbrake on. Okay? Put the handbrake on. You can leave it in gear, but put the handbrake on and be ready to take it off to go. Don't forget again that it's on and then trying to move off quickly. They'll bang you one for that. The next one is moving off, lookout, and timing. They will ask you, okay, stop at a certain place. When you've stopped, they have checked out the stopping exercise. Now they're checking the moving off exercise. When you're moving off, the most important thing is to look out. Proper look out on the blind spot. You check the mirrors and so on, and then look out as you move. All right, don't forget that looking out. Brings us to the next one, which is number 14, is Mira signal maneuver, MSM, which is Mira signal maneuver. It means that every time you're doing any changes around the speed, direction, you have to check your mirrors, then you signal, then you do the move, which means, like, say, I've seen very many cars, if you're following a car and people are not doing, they are not in an exam, they are driving every day, they will normally just brake before they signal to show where they're going. The right thing is they signal before they change speed. Yeah, the signal should come on before you see the brake lights and you're turning. Say if you're turning left or turning right, if the car is just braking before they signal, then they are going wrong. On the exam, they'll knock you one for that. If it's too big, they'll say it is dangerous. It depends on how extreme or how urgent it has been for them to say it's dangerous. The final thing here is timing your signals. Couple of yards. Those are things you need to ask the driving instructor. If I remember correctly, for lorries, I think it was about maybe 20 to 30 yards. Alright? I didn't know about yards, so I was asking, what are the yards? What are the yards? I'm a person of meters. I was brought up knowing about meters, so let us say, how many meters is that? Maybe 30 meters. You have to ask certain things, you really have to ask the driving instructor. So they're going to check how you time your signals, not too early, not too late. So you need to find out what is the right timing for your signals and what are the right signals. Do not signal if you don't need one. I've seen people signaling when, especially the annoying one, when people in this country, especially if you're going straight over on a roundabout, you're not supposed to signal anything. Okay? Unless maybe you signal to get out if it's a big roundabout. But then you see people signaling right, then when they reach the place, they signal left. You're supposed to, if you're going straight over, you arrive without signaling because you're going straight over. You can give us one when you're leaving, but do not give the right hand one when you're going straight, if you know what I'm saying. There are 3 things which I've left out which you need to check out by yourself. The eyes test. Before you enter into a practical, they will check your eyes. You stand there, read and see what yards they want. Meanwhile, it's just the usual distance. Stand outside your house, checking the car park over there and see the registration of a car. If you can't do it, if you use specs, have the specs on that day, do not forget, because they're checking your eyes. If you can't do it, you won't get in, you'll have failed already. Another thing that this is now lorries is coupling and uncoupling. They have made it a special exam and special day and so special so on. So it's a video for another day. Actually, coupling and uncoupling, I have it on a video in my videos. I'm going to look for it and put it in this description. All right, check out the list of my videos and you will find it. Then the other that I haven't talked of is reversing exercise. I also have a video about reversing lorries. Check out my videos, and I'm going to make an effort to leave it there in either description or in comments or on the cards, the little bits that appear at the top. Okay, not going to lengthen too much. That's the ones for you, UK's. They're mainly UK but are applicable elsewhere. Alright, driving test mistakes to avoid. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel to give us support to bring out more videos. Alright, give us a thumbs up. Do not just go, please thumbs up and share these videos with anyone who you know that it suits. Okay, won't stay too long. It's Simon Kawa. Stay safe. God bless. Love.